AfterBuzz TV, starting place to the likes of WWE female superstars Cathy, Kelley, Sonya, Deville, and Zelina Vega proudly presents Women's Wrestling Weekly, the world's first podcast and YouTube series dedicated exclusively to women's wrestling, featuring all the latest news as well as interviews with top superstars in the industry. And now, AfterBuzz TV's own gorgeous lady of wrestling, TK Trinidad.
Bonjour, you're watching Women's Wrestling Weekly, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. My name is TK Trinidad, aka the Canadian Assassin, and I am not alone. I'm so happy to have consistent posts all the time. I'm thankful for you guys. So you could see him at home practicing all the female dancers for walkouts. Please welcome Bryant Santos.
Hello, I'm about to do a Melina split entrance on my couch, so tune in for that. Just kidding.
And she hails in the valley. She's currently stuck in the valley. Please welcome farmer's daughter, Emily May.
Hi, everyone. Happy to be here.
Thank you for coming in. And we have a returning guest. I love when we have returning guests. So she's a returning guest. She's a radio host. She's an international professional wrestler. Please welcome Amber Nova.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. So let's get into it. So we last interviewed you in December of 2018, which has been a minute. So what have you been up to since then?
I've done a lot since then, the last 2 years. I've traveled the world, 3 different countries just last year alone, and just a lot of experience, a lot of good things. I've wrestled for NXT again since we last spoke, and
Nice.
Impact Wrestling a few times before that. And things are going very well, so I'm happy to be on here to catch up with you guys.
So now with NXT, obviously, things are kind of at a standstill given everything that's happening. But when you did, were there any talks or any pointers from anybody that's like, okay, you should work on this, you have this, anything that they said to you?
Yeah, it was really great learning from the coaches there, Sarah, particularly that had hands-on in my match with Io Shirai and Kairi Sane, and getting to work with 2 the top women from Japan. That was just a learning experience all on its own. So yeah, a lot of people had good things to say, little critiques here and there that I can improve on, and it was great.
Now, do you have any promotion in particular that's like, this is, there's all of them are amazing promotions, but is there like one particular promotion where you're like, you could see yourself in that storyline at this time?
Actually, yeah, right now, I was supposed to go back to Panama, that I just wrestled there for a GWE in Panama in December. And they have a good, interesting dynamic going on there with this one girl and another girl. They have a group of guys called the Anarchy. And I was supposed to go back and help out a girlfriend there that they've been giving her a hard time. But that was last month, and this month obviously was postponed due to the situations around the world right now. So I am looking forward to going back to Panama, and hopefully that will be soon when this is all over.
How have you been adapting to kind of this new situation? I feel like we're all, we've all had shows be canceled and stuff like that. How have you been adjusting and kind of working on your wrestling and working on yourself, but without all being together with a crowd?
Yeah, it's a bummer. WrestleMania was just down the street from me. I'm in Orlando, and it was going to be in Tampa this year. I had WrestleCon, and I was going to be sharing a table alongside a friend of mine, Matt Morgan, former WWE superstar.
Mm-hmm.
And we had local shows. We had an I Believe in Wrestling show that was scheduled just out here in Sanford, Central Florida area with Matt Morgan. I've been on a few local news stations with him. We were going to do that again and promote just the independent wrestling scene. There was a lot we were going to be doing for this WrestleMania. And with COVID-19 affecting the entire world, everything got canceled and postponed. But I've been adapting pretty well. I am a former EMT, so I'm pretty knowledgeable about certain things. I was born with asthma, and I've had pneumonia many, many times my whole life. So I'm very careful. I'm doing my part with staying home and, just going to the grocery stores, just the essential things I need, but keeping that social distancing just so that I'm protecting others and protecting myself. I've been adapting well, at-home workouts. I think the whole world is really inspired right now by everybody's at-home workouts, and I'm loving watching everyone's. So it's not bad, and I'm having that downtime right now to really just prepare for when this is all over and we can get back to our lives together.
Are you like watching any like tape? Like you mentioned, you're doing home workouts to kind of keep like sharp as a wrestler, but are you watching any tape back or doing anything else to kind of keep busy or hone your craft while you're like kind of stuck at home?
Oh, absolutely. I've been watching, just recently I was watching some Japanese women's wrestling. I keep up with everything, AEW, WWE's brands, all three of their brands. I DVR it because I can't watch it all at once.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But yeah, I mean, I have a lot of downtime on my hands at home. So I have been studying tape and my own matches, other people's matches, all the big TV companies out there, you know, including Impact Wrestling as well. So yeah, I've had a good bit of that. Recently, this past week, I watched Dark Side of the Ring with
Mhm.
a few people. They did just Chris Benoit's Dark Side of the Ring and a few other episodes on there, and that was very interesting to watch. And I recommend everyone to check that out.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Now,
watched that as well.
now with everything that's going on, I mean, luckily we had WrestleMania. But and you being a former EMT just kind of let us know they're saying that this is going to take a while to kind of get back to our normal. It's not going to happen next
Um,
month or month after that. What do you think, or how do you think this is going to impact wrestling?
how it's going to impact wrestling. Well, as you can see, a lot of shows had to be canceled and postponed due to social distancing and everyone keeping that distance from each other. I know there were some shows that were trying to still run that were shut down. I think I just saw something on the news that happened out in Tampa that people were doing like a local wrestling outside yard match with about 15 people, a crowd or so, and that got shut down immediately. Um, so honestly, it's just the faster we can get through this is if we all just stay home and do our part. We'll get through this faster together by everyone doing that. In Orlando here, we're still on that 30-day stay home until April 30th. I don't know if it'll be extended or not. There's a good chance that I think it could be extended into May, and there's a good chance it might not. It all just depends on these coming weeks if people do their part to keep the virus from spreading to more people. And then how it's going to impact wrestling, I think a lot more people now are going to be a lot more aware of just social distancing in general. Like when you're at a wrestling show, you know, sometimes people might be just really close to each other or just not washing their hands enough or just realizing like, okay, he's really sweaty. Maybe I shouldn't be hugging a really sweaty guy or getting those bodily fluids on me. That might not be like the cleanest thing. So people
Hmm.
might be a lot more aware now when it comes to wrestling. And then as it's affecting it, yeah, you know, WrestleMania, a huge setback that affected WWE, and then they've been doing these TV tapings without an audience. Um, but like I said, when this is all over, I think we're all going to come back stronger together. So,
And now, as far as WrestleMania moments, do you have any favorite ones from this WrestleMania that just passed?
favorite WrestleMania moments. I do have a few. I mean, I watched it growing up since I was a kid, so I guess my favorite WrestleMania moment recently would be when they were in Orlando a couple years ago, and I was there for that. I was actually an extra backstage, so I got to see a lot of
Ins
the
and outs.
whole network and everything and how it works, the machine, and that was a really good experience for me. Like I have been around the machine a good bit here and there backstage. You could see me in some like credits for WrestleMania. That was my personal experience, but I don't know. I don't know, really good moment. I took this into one of my own matches just recently. I wrestled a girl at my dojo. She does a sleeper hold. And what I thought was really cool is the recent WrestleMania that just passed with Shayna and Becky. They used the same finisher that Bret Hart did in
Hmm.
WrestleMania, where it was in a sleeper. And I did the same thing. I just kind of modified it and I kicked off the second rope, back flipped while she's still in the sleeper. But now, even though she has the sleeper hooked on me, I'm pinning her down, which was the same one they just did. And I did that a couple months ago. And then to see them do it, I was like, hey, I know that trick in the ring. I just did that. So
Nice.
I like to learn and observe. Like when I was a kid watching, it was like, oh, I'm getting fired up, like, you know, Ultimate Warrior or just so many wrestlers I used to watch. But now I watch it and more study it. Like, I have a lot of favorite moments.
Yeah.
Stone Cold. I love Goldberg, Sting growing up. Oh, I was so happy to see Sting come back and Goldberg, two of my favorite guys growing up. very into WCW. So I've got a lot of favorite moments. Thank you for asking.
What was your favorite women's match? Oh, sorry, Emily.
No, Bryant, you can go ahead.
What was your favorite women's match from this WrestleMania?
Yeah, Becky and Shayna. Also, obviously, Charlotte and Rhea. They stole the show. These women are amazing. Also, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross became the women's tag team champions again. And I've wrestled 3 of the women that were in that match. So, well, 2 of the women that were in that match, which was really awesome. That was Kyrie and Nikki. So I liked watching that and see where they've come and how I've come since my matches with them. And I pay, I guess, more attention to the women than the men.
Same here, don't worry.
Where do you see, so we have some new champions after this WrestleMania. Where do you see like the kind of the women's division and the women's talent in both Raw, SmackDown, and NXT going? And is there anyone that you're really looking at that you're just excited to see?
I've always been a huge fan of Lacey Evans. We're from the same hometown, actually. She was a Marine, but I was an EMT. My dad was a mechanic on the air station for many years, and I've just been happy for her since the moment I saw her, and I knew she was going to make it to the main roster very quickly, and she has, and she's just empowers women, and I just want to do the same thing. So I was really hoping Lacey was going to win that SmackDown Women's Championship, and I thought she had it. Oh, I thought she had it. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. So yeah, Lacey's a big one, and Bianca. I've been waiting for Bianca's call up to the main roster, and she finally got that this week, and I'm not surprised because she's another one that's just a powerhouse. Like if I had a match with her, I mean, I'm sure I could do a lot of things to outmaneuver her with my size compared to her size, but seeing her wrestle just Zelina Vega, I was like, yeah, we're both around the same size. And like, I could definitely see her manhandling me like the way she did her. And I just like her. She's a powerhouse. So Bianca's another favorite that I'm keeping my eye on.
Yeah, I think we all are keeping an eye on her.
So you did some international travel as far as wrestling. What's your favorite place, and where is a place that you want to go to?
So last year I wrestled in London, South Africa, and then Panama. All amazing places, really great crowd. Panama's crowd was so loud. I guess the next place that I really would want to go is Japan. Very interested in Stardom and the women over there. And I think I could learn a lot. Or even Mexico, which is not too far.
Nice. So now what's the game plan? So you've done a lot. I see you on your Instagram, Twitter, like you, as far as promoting, you are definitely one of the, I would say, as far as female wrestlers that we've had on the show or that I've been kind of watching, keeping track of, you're definitely one of the top 5 as far as you are constantly promoting, which is a good thing. You're always on people, you're not too far away from everything that's going on. So what's the game plan for this year, provided everything gets back to normal?
Well, thank you so much. Promoting is a huge part of just everything with the entertainment world and the way the world is today with social media and these little computers we have in our hands at all times. So yeah, promoting is a big deal. You got to get your name out there. And if, you don't do it, not many people are going to do it for you. Like I said, me and Matt Morgan, we're going to have a I Believe in Wrestling show here in the Central Florida area. I've been on Channel 13, Channel 6, Fox 35 News promoting when WWE went to Fox. I was happy to be on their news channels, just promoting wrestling and also the independent wrestling people that don't know about with WWE. But promoting is a big deal. So thank you. And I'm not sure where I was going with that. What?
your game plan for 2020? What's the hopes, provided everything gets back to normal?
Same thing that I've been doing, lots of promoting. Hopefully this show with Matt Morgan, we can reschedule that and still put that show on. Things got canceled, but I'm hoping that cancellation of lots of shows can just be turned into postponed and will still happen. I'm still in talks with Panama and South Africa, which will hopefully be happening again this summer. I'll be returning there. And 2020, my game plan is the same as before. I'm just going to keep working hard and trying to get my experience and my name out there till I can be given an actual tryout and an opportunity to show them what I have, how many tools I got in my box to pull out and my character and style. And until then, I'm just going to keep, building myself up and working hard. And like I said, I feel like once all of this is over, everyone's going to come together even stronger than before. I think a lot of wrestling shows are going to be hopefully even more crowded because more people are going to be like, man, I was looking forward to this show, and these people are going to want to go out and experience things again. There's going to be a lot more cautious about germs and getting sick and being safe. So I think it'll be good. Hopefully, I know a lot of people are taking a lot of hit from this with the economy, like so am I, because that's my only way of income right now is just professional wrestling. So WrestleMania was a big one. So I think when it's all over, we'll all come together and we'll be just fine.
Yeah, we're definitely all kind of pushing through, but thankfully, due to technology, we're still able to continue with the show. You were able to come on the show, so we're really thankful for that.
Yes.
Definitely stay safe out there for sure. We look forward to everything that's kind of going on, once we get back to, I guess, the new normal per se. Where can everybody find you? As far as social media.
Everyone can follow me on my social media. It's Amber Nova 73. If you're not familiar with me, get familiar. You can go to YouTube and you can look up Amber Nova and watch some of my recent matches from Panama. I've done this really badass car video with my 73 Chevy Nova on combustion chamber, and I talk about how I got that car and a lot of really cool things. So check me out.
Yeah, definitely. If you're wondering about like Amber and the name and everything, I can have to go back to the first episode or her first time on the show because we break it all down for you. So it's just like, this is a continuation. We're not gonna start from the beginning because you guys should already been caught up. But just in case, go back to Amber's last interview with us, and she explains everything to us. So definitely check that out. Thank you, Amber, for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. Stay safe out there for sure, or actually should stay home. Stay home and be safe. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Amber.
So we have Star of the Week coming up. Who do we have?
Awesome. So I wanted to highlight some of the amazing ladies that were a part of WrestleMania. And so I want to highlight Shayna Baszler. And many of us, unfortunately, she lost her match this weekend against Becky Lynch, but her time in NXT, being champion, and all of her championship title matches, and so much of her storytelling and just her MMA background comes out in everything she does. She's so incredible, and I know she's going to continue to change the face of women's wrestling in WWE. And so I just wanted to highlight her and give her a shout out for the work that she did leading up to WrestleMania and on WrestleMania Day.
Yeah, definitely. I'm one of those people. It's very selfish. I'm one of those people who, if I've seen them before they become popular, then I kind of take ownership. So I saw Sheena, when she was in. Thanks, Emily. I know what you meant by that. Just joking. I saw Sheena in UFC before she was signed to UFC. And I was a fan back then. And I'm just really excited with her rise and just the character, she just gets it. It's you have a lot of former athletes who try to figure it out and they just can't quite get it. And she has.
Exactly. And she worked so hard at crafting her character, crafting her brand, and she moved into professional wrestling with such ease. And it might have looked like it was easy for us on the outside, but I know she worked really hard. And it was incredible that she just fit into that universe so well. And I'm just excited to see what she continues to do.
For sure. So that is the Star of the Week. Shout out to Shayna Baszler. Where can everybody find you, Emily?
So you can find me on all social media platforms at Emily May Heller.
And Bryant?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at the Bryant Santos.
And thank you again to Amber Nova for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. We hope that once this is all over, we're going to see, I definitely see her in, I kind of see her in WWE for some reason, but we'll see what happens. We do have
I could see her. I could see her fitting into NXT. I could totally see it.
Her and Vanessa Bourne, maybe.
Yeah, we do. we'll talk about that one later. We do have some
Off
magic
camera.
on the show as everything goes on, but we definitely hope to hopefully, see her somewhere after, we get back to normal. Other than that, you can follow us on everything at WPW Weekly. Definitely, if you're watching us on YouTube for AfterBuzz, hit that subscribe button. If you're listening to us on any of those podcast platforms, definitely hit like, subscribe. 5 stars are better because that's all anything that we actually take. Other than that, thank you guys for joining us and making us the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. My name is TK Trinidad. You can follow me at everything at TK Trinidad. Till next time, guys. Ciao.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.